Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through all the noise and get right to the heart of what matters.
Right to the good stuff.
Today, we are diving deep into AT&T
Stock symbol T.
to see if it deserves a place in your portfolio.
We're going to see if it's a buy, sell, or hold.
Exactly. We've got a stack of sources to help us out with this.
Oh, yeah.
Financial reports, company history from Wikipedia, even some news from Morningstar about their latest moves.
Really recent stuff.
Let's get started.
Yeah, AT&T. Fascinating history.
Yeah?
Yeah, it all starts with its roots in the Bell system.
Okay.
So after that breakup in 1982, one of the baby Bells, Southwestern Bell Corporation,
Okay.
began acquiring others.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually they got the original AT&T,
Wow.
rebranded as AT&T Inc. in 2005.
So it's kind of like a reunion of the original.
Kind of like consolidation, yeah.
Interesting.
More recently, they've been on this roller coaster
Oh, yeah.
of acquisitions and spin-offs, buying companies like DirecTV and Time Warner, then divesting many of them, including the Warner Media spin-off,
Right.
to form Warner Bros. Discovery.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of activity. So it's been a busy few decades for AT&T. But what does all this corporate maneuvering mean for investors today?
That's the big question.
Yeah. Let's take a look at their financial performance. AT&T's 2019 revenue was $181.2 billion, which sounds impressive,
Yeah.
but it's actually a decrease from the previous year.
Interesting.
The same goes for their net income, which reached $13.9 billion in 2019,
Okay.
also down from 2018.
So those declining numbers, that's definitely something to pay attention to.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, their revenue is still significant.
Right.
But you have a downward trend. It raises some questions about their long-term growth prospects.
Definitely.
So it's crucial to determine if this is a sign of deeper issues within the company,
Yeah.
or if it's just a strategic repositioning for future success.
Okay, good point. Let's move on to their market share and services.
Okay.
AT&T still dominates the U.S. residential phone line market,
Oh, yeah.
holding over 21 million lines as of Q1 2012. However, this market is steadily shrinking as people increasingly rely on mobile phones and internet-based communication.
Yeah.
So,
It's a good point. It really highlights the importance of adapting
right.
to those evolving consumer behaviors.
Yeah.
And AT&T recognizes this shift. They're focusing on expanding their core telecommunications business.
Okay.
Particularly their fiber broadband network. They've set an ambitious target
What's that?
of reaching over 50 million locations with fiber by 2029.
That's pretty ambitious. So their push into fiber is certainly a bold move, and it's directly tied to their innovation pipeline.
Right.
The question is it enough?
Enough to compete.
Yeah, is it enough to keep them competitive in the rapidly evolving 5G landscape,
Good question.
especially against strong rivals like Verizon? This leads us to consider AT&T's valuation. Data from Zacks reveals a PE ratio of 5.09,
Okay.
an EBITDA of 0.02, a price-to-book ratio of 3.48, and a price-to-cash flow of 1.41.
Okay, so those valuation metrics,
Yeah,
they kind of provide a snapshot of the company's financial health and market perception.
right.
A low PE ratio, like AT&T's, it could suggest that the market views the company as undervalued.
Interesting.
However, it's crucial to consider other factors
Sure.
and analyze these metrics in comparison to industry peers and historical trends
Right.
to get a more complete picture.
Good point. Beyond the numbers, let's look at the recent activity.
Okay.
Morningstar reports that AT&T recently announced a massive $20 billion share buyback program.
Wow, that's a significant move.
Yeah.
Especially after divesting non-core assets like Warner Media. This buyback program could potentially boost their stock price by reducing the number of outstanding shares.
Yeah. So while share buybacks can be a positive sign, it's important to consider the potential trade-offs.
Right.
Is this the best use of their capital, especially in a rapidly evolving technological landscape? Could this money be better spent on research and development or further expansion of their fiber network? These are important questions for investors to consider.
Absolutely. You got to think a long term.
Yeah. Now, let's not forget about AT&T's core service business.
Right.
They remain a telecom giant, offering a diverse range of services, mobile, internet, and yes, even those dwindling landline phones.
Yeah.
This brings us to the question of their economic impact.
Yeah. As one of the largest telecommunications companies globally, AT&T's influence extends beyond just the stock market. I
Right.
mean, they're a major employer, a driver of technological advancement, and a critical component of the infrastructure that keeps us all connected.
Yeah, they're woven into the fabric of our lives.
Absolutely. So their decisions and performance have ripple effects throughout the economy,
Makes sense.
influencing everything from job creation to innovation and communication technology.
But it's not all smooth sailing for AT&T. They've also faced scrutiny
Mm,
over various ESG factors.
mm.
Wikipedia highlights a number of controversies,
Yeah.
including privacy concerns
Mhm.
related to alleged cooperation with the NSA's surveillance program.
Yeah. And additionally, there have been accusations of discrimination
Really?
against local public access television channels
Uh-huh.
and allegations that AT&T's policies restrict their reach and visibility.
Mm.
And these issues, along with several data breaches over the years,
Oh, right.
raise concerns about their commitment to data security and user privacy.
It's certainly a lot to consider when evaluating AT&T as a potential investment. There are both enticing opportunities
For sure.
and potential risks to weigh.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot of ground, from their history and financials to their market position and the controversies they've faced. So in the next segment, we'll delve deeper into the pros and cons of investing in AT&T.
That's good.
Examining their dividend policy, share buyback program, and ultimately whether this stock aligns with your investment goals and values. Let's dig into one of the key factors that attract investors to AT&T,
Okay.
their dividend policy.
Yeah, their dividend.
Currently, they offer an annual dividend of $1.11 per share,
Okay.
which translates to a very attractive yield of 4.86%.
Yeah, that's a substantial payout, especially for income-focused investors.
That's sure.
But as with any investment, it's crucial to look beyond the surface.
Right.
Is this dividend sustainable in the long run? Or is it a red flag masking deeper financial issues?
That's the question.
Yeah, is it too good to be true?
Right, because while a high dividend yield can be tempting,
Right.
it's important to remember that it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
The sustainability of a dividend depends on the company's ability to consistently generate earnings and manage its debt effectively.
So investors need to carefully analyze AT&T's financial performance and consider whether they can maintain these payouts while also investing in future growth and navigating a competitive market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we can't ignore the potential impact of their $20 billion share buyback program
Right.
on their dividend policy.
Yeah, how does that play in?
So while buybacks can increase earnings per share,
Mm-hmm.
they also consume a significant amount of capital.
Yeah, they do.
This could potentially affect their ability to sustain or increase dividends in the future.
So it's a balancing act.
It is.
And investors need to weigh the potential short-term gains of buybacks against the long-term implications for dividend payouts.
For sure. Now let's shift our focus to the central question. Is AT&T stock a good fit for your portfolio?
The million-dollar question.
There are certainly arguments to be made on both sides.
Okay, let's hear it.
On the positive side,
Okay.
their push into fiber broadband represents a significant opportunity.
Okay.
If successful, it could position them as a leader in a high-growth market
Mm-hmm.
and drive substantial revenue growth.
Yeah, that would be huge.
Their recent divestitures also streamline their focus,
Okay.
allowing them to concentrate on core businesses
Right.
and potentially unlock greater value for shareholders.
That makes sense. And of course, their attractive dividend and the potential upside from their buyback program are alluring for many investors.
For sure, but we can't overlook the challenges they face.
Right. There's always another side to the coin.
The telecommunications industry is fiercely competitive,
Yeah.
especially with the rapid advancement of 5G technology.
Oh, sorry.
AT&T faces formidable rivals like Verizon,
Right.
who are also investing heavily in innovation and network expansion.
Big time. So they got to keep up.
Their significant debt load is another concern.
Uh-huh. That's a lot of debt.
It could limit their flexibility to invest aggressively in growth
Right.
and make them more vulnerable to economic downturns.
Yeah, that's a risk.
Or while they've taken steps to address ESG concerns,
Mm-hmm.
their past controversies in areas like privacy and data security remain a factor
Right.
for investors who prioritize ethical considerations.
Sure. So is AT&T a buy, a hold, or a sell?
Ultimately, there's no definitive answer.
That's not that simple.
It depends on your individual investment goals,
Right.
risk tolerance, and values.
Your own personal situation.
Exactly. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to investing.
I guess that's why they call it personal finance.
But by carefully considering the information we've discussed,
Yeah.
their financial performance, market position, growth strategies, and potential risks.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a more informed decision about whether AT&T aligns with your investment philosophy.
So do your research.
Remember, informed decisions are the foundation of successful investing.
Right.
We encourage you to continue researching and seek out diverse perspectives to form your own conclusion.
Yeah, get all sides of the story.
And if you're interested in exploring other investment opportunities,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear from you.
Oh, yeah.
Head over to our YouTube channel and tell us what other stocks you'd like us to deep dive into in the comments section.
Yeah, we love getting suggestions from our viewers.
We're always looking for new and intriguing companies to analyze.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So until next time, happy investing.
Mm.
So we've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into AT&T.
Yeah, we've explored their rich history,
Mm-hmm.
analyzed their financial performance,
Right.
and debated the potential of their future endeavors.
Yeah, it's been a pretty deep dive.
It has.
Now, as we wrap up this episode,
Okay.
let's take a step back and consider a few key takeaways for you, the listener.
Sounds good.
First and foremost, remember that investing in the stock market
Uh-huh.
always involves risk.
Always. Yeah.
There are no guarantees.
No.
And past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
Right. It's not a crystal ball.
AT&T is a fascinating case study.
It is.
They're a well-established company with a long track record,
Long history.
but they're also in the midst of a significant transformation,
Yeah.
adapting to a rapidly changing industry landscape.
There's a whole new world out there.
Their push into fiber broadband represents a bold bet on the future of connectivity.
It does, yeah.
If successful, it could drive substantial growth and solidify their position in a key market.
Yeah, if they play their cards right.
However, they face stiff competition from rivals like Verizon,
Absolutely.
who are also investing heavily in 5G technology and network expansion.
Right. Can't forget about them.
Their high dividend yield is certainly attractive for income-seeking investors,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but it's crucial to assess its sustainability in the long run.
Right. That's the big question.
Can they maintain those payouts while also investing in growth and managing their considerable debt load?
It's a tough balancing act.
These are all critical questions for potential investors to ponder.
No easy answers.
It's also essential to consider the broader economic and technological landscape.
Right.
How will factors like inflation, interest rates, and the pace of innovation impact AT&T's future prospects?
It's all connected.
Investing is not just about analyzing numbers.
No.
It's also about understanding the story behind the company,
The bigger picture.
their vision for the future,
Mm-hmm.
and their ability to navigate an ever-changing world.
To adapt and evolve.
Ultimately, the decision of whether to invest in AT&T is a personal one.
It is.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Yep.
It depends on your individual financial goals, risk tolerance, and investment philosophy.
Your own unique situation.
But by arming yourself with knowledge and conducting thorough research,
Right.
you can make a more informed and confident decision.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power.
We hope this deep dive into AT&T has provided you with valuable insights
Yeah.
and a framework for evaluating this complex and dynamic company.
It's a fascinating company.
And remember, the learning doesn't stop here.
Keep learning.
We encourage you to continue exploring, asking questions, and seeking out diverse perspectives.
Broaden your horizons.
If you're eager to delve into other companies and investment opportunities, we'd love to hear from you.
Oh, yeah.
Head over to our YouTube channel
Okay.
and let us know what other stocks you'd like us to deep dive into in the comments section.
We love hearing from our viewers.
Your insights and suggestions help shape future episodes
Absolutely.
and keep our discussions relevant and engaging.
It's a collaborative effort.
Thank you for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, happy investing.
Happy investing, everyone!